The chilling whisper of the Venkings website. It looked like any other online writing community, a digital haven for creators. But beneath the polished facade, a sinister pulse beat, echoing in the rules they laid out for contributors. I stumbled upon them late one night, a dusty corner of the site, a forgotten decree that twisted the mundane into the monstrous. No plagiarism, the first rule read. Any form will result in immediate banning. A simple enough request, yet it felt colder, heavier. Not just a ban from a forum, but an expulsion. A severance from the living web. What if, I wondered, the words weren't just stolen, but claimed? What if the true author, or worse, the source of the story, became aware of the theft? What dark entity might claw its way from the narrative depths to reclaim its stolen truth, dragging the plagiarist into a silent, screaming void? Vietnamese with diacritics, proper spacing. No careless presentation, no spelling errors. It seemed pedantic, but the words shimmered with an unsettling intent. This wasn't about grammar, it was about precision. Every mark, every space, a glyph in an unseen ritual. What happens if you falter? If a diacritic is misplaced, a word miswritten? Does the text itself become a corrupted conduit, a torn veil through which something ancient, something incomplete, can leak into our reality? The story isn't just a story, it's a cage, and carelessness loosens the bars. Then, the forbidden topics, no sensitive issues related to politics, religion, race, no crude or vulgar language. These weren't boundaries for civility, but for containment. Certain words, certain ideas, held a resonance. To voice them, to even think them within the digital confines of Venkings, was to utter forbidden incantations. To breach these unspoken laws was to draw the attention of something that enforced not just silence, but oblivion. The coarse expletives, not just offensive, but ruptures, tiny tears in the fabric of reality that allowed the hungry things on the other side to glimpse, to reach. The 10 parts of submission: title, description, content, category, rating, status, keywords, source, author, cover image. All must be completed. Otherwise, administrators will not review. But the chill ran deeper. This wasn't an administrative checklist, it was a binding ritual. Each section a segment of a protective circle. An incomplete submission wasn't just rejected, it was a fragmented offering, a broken seal. What unholy hunger would fill the void of the missing piece? What would claim the incomplete story, and the trembling soul who dared to offer it, leaving them perpetually unwritten, endlessly seeking completion in a realm of shadows? And the final, most haunting decree: copyright Venkings.com. Please do not re-upload content from this website. Not a legal warning, but a chilling pronouncement. The content wasn't merely owned, it was bound to Venkings. To copy it, to take it beyond their digital walls, wasn't just theft. It was an act of transgression, inviting the very essence of that dark, digital domain to follow. For the stories themselves were not just tales, they were echoes, reverberations of something vast and ancient, something trapped within Venkings. And when you shared their words, you weren't just sharing a story. You were sharing a piece of its hungry, watching gaze.